Okay, I'm going to try and get you back on track after having a long summer. So for this exercise, we're going to talk about combining multi-body parts. And some of you may have seen this before. If you have, I apologise. But it's good practice for you to do this anyway. So what I want you to do is to draw the following. I'll put this drawing up later. So I'm going to start with a sketch. And I'm going to choose the front plane for this, and I'm going to draw a line from my main point straight out, no dimensions at the moment. Press the letter A to give my little curve up like that, click, then go to another straight line, press A again to go the curve the other way, that will come back in, and then a straight line. Okay, that does not resemble anything at the moment that you're going to be drawing. I'm then just going to put some basic dimensions in, and I want the point from there to there to be 178. Okay, and what I'm also going to do is put in a dimension for that there. I'm going to put that at 34.8. I'm going to make this here a radius of 63.5, and I've got no length for that at the moment, but I've got a radius of this here of 50. Okay, just also make sure while I'm going through this that if you look down to section there, that you have got your mmgs, millimeters, grams and seconds, because if I change it I can go into inches, pounds, etc, meters, but just make sure that is my default, but just make sure that is the case. Okay, I'll come back in a minute, and actually what I want to do is a measurement from there to there, and that is 115. Now I have a slightly different version from you. You've got the more expensive one. I'm a little bit of a cheapskate. Now I'm just going to come out of that dimensioning. I'm just going to pick up on that dot there, no keys or anything. I'm just going to pull that down a little bit, and I'm going to just look at this. I'm going to get that there. I'm going to hold the shift key down and hold that point there, the line, and I'm just going to make that tangential, and it does all weird and wonderful things. What I do need to do here is actually just push that back up there. Let's see if I can just pull that down a bit. I might have to redraw this if my A is not there. What I'm going to do is take that off for now. Okay, just see if I can free that up a little bit. Can do. Let me just take that down. I basically want a dimension from there to there of 32. So just put in 32. Okay, and has that done it? Yes, that's fine. And if I can bring that down, no, it's not going to like it at all. Well, I'll just try one other thing from there to that there. You can hear my phone going off as I'm doing this. Okay, it doesn't like it. So what I'm actually going to do is go to my trim, just take that circle out. I can either trim it or just delete it. Just trim it. I'm going to bring that down a little bit to there. So right, just move that, and let's do another. I can do an arc this time. You do the circle. I'll demonstrate this properly there. So it goes to about that. Let's bring it down a little bit. There, that's better. Okay, let's just have a tangential relationship between those two. Okay, and a tangential relationship between that and that. Perfect. And then smart dimension, I'll put a 50 in there. Okay, 50. And I need to make that work, so I'll just put a dimension back in from that to that and put that at 115. Now you can see, because it's all turned black, and I don't know if Fires did this with you, every sketch needs to be fully defined. And the way I know that is fully defined is the fact that it's all black. And if I just twist that round, I've got my sketch. So next thing I'm going to do, go to features, and I'm going to go extrude boss base, and I want to do this as a thin feature, which by default it's done it for me already. That 10 figure I actually want to be, just bear with me, it's 9.5 thick but 57 millimeters in depth, and 9.5 thick that way, and then just give that a green tick. So I've just created a part for this. Now I need to now cut away some aspects, and there's two ways you can do this. The way SolidWorks really wants you to do it is the following, and it demonstrates the use of combining parts. So I'm actually going to draw on that plane there. So I'm going to go to sketch, or planar surface. I'm going to go to sketch, I'm going to sketch on that there, and I'm going to draw a circle, okay, perimeter circle, just to show there are two, and I'm dropping there, and I'm going to come down and drop there. Now that's not defined. Reason being is I haven't got any relationships between that and the edge. So if I just click on that circle, hold the shift key, click that to its blue, and then do that. And I'll do the same again on there, and this should, I'll have to do it once more, on there, and on that point there. Always hold the shift key down, let go, and there we go. It's black, so that's fully defined. I also want to draw another circle in the same plane as this. I'm going to do just a normal circle this time, and it's round about here. But what you'll notice, okay, because I'm on that planar surface, it's up in the air. That's not a problem. What I want to do is actually get it to the center there. So I'm just going to do the same again as I did with the previous circle, onto there, and do that as a tangential relationship. If I press the space bar, as mine's set up, and I click on there, okay, it shows you there. And what I want to do is just take that there and move it, not size, sorry. I'm actually going to put in a little center line mark from the midpoint there. Actually, I'll do it all the way up to here. Okay, and make sure that that and that are, actually I don't need to do that, hold on. If I do the center point and that center line, and then make that coincidence, and then go to my dimension, and then give that a dimension of, it's got to be, oh dear me, my brain is fuddled. I think it's 19 mil. Let's start with 19, we can always go back and change it. So 19, so that's fully defined. And then I will draw a line, still in the same sketch, from about there to about there, and I'll do the same on this side. And you notice I'm not doing it close up to the circles, and there's a reason for that, because I want a tangential relationship. If I do a line that is non-tangential, it just clicks up in the quarter. I'll show you that. So see that drop down, and press escape, and I'll do the same again, and that will then make that tangential. Brilliant. Okay, and I'll do the same again here, and to that there, make that tangential, and that from there to there, and make that tangential as well. So all I need to do now, okay, is go to trim, trim that out, that out, that out, and that out there. And I can also take that, 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 and that. So you see I've got my shape on top, on there. What I am going to do for this, okay, is go to my feature, and I'm going to go extrude boss base, not extrude cut, just extrude boss base, and I'm going to pull that all the way down this way through there. Now I've said blind there. Now I could change that blind and go up to surface and just click on that bottom there, and it does it automatically for you. But make sure when you do this on this one, because it won't work otherwise, is make sure the merge result is unticked, and then give it the green tick. So what I have there, if you notice, if you go up to your folder on the left hand side, I actually have two bodies in that solid body folder. Now what I want to do here is actually go to the combined command, which you'll find if you go to insert and you go to features and come down to there, you'll see combine. So if I click on combine, and I've got a choice. I can find the common ground, subtract it, or add it. If I wanted to add it, okay, and I just click on that and that, and I go to preview, it shows you that they would do. So that's the same as the merge button. If I go to subtract, okay, and I call that the main body. So let's choose that as the main body. Okay, and I go to show preview. Okay, you'll notice I get a cutout. It's a bit like cutting out a piece of pastry. What I want here is actually the common aspect. Okay, so I select the other feature here, show preview, and that is the part that I want. So I'm quite happy with that. So I can now give it the green tick, and there I have a part. And you'll notice if I go back to the solid bodies, okay, I've now gone from 2 down to 1 before that. I'm sure you've done this. It's very basic stuff, but we'll see how we go. Now to finish this part off, what I'm going to do again is go to sketch, go to circle, go onto that top surface there, and I'm going to try and pick up on that center. I don't have to, and it's clicked. Now just check, has it gone black? No, it hasn't. So I'm going to go back, is just go to one of these. There's something not quite right. So what I want to do is click on there. If I hold the shift key down and just click on that bottom radius and then just pick the make cordial, it should have gone black. It has. And what I'll do here is go to my features, go to extrude boss base, and I want to raise that by 13 millimeters. Now what you'll find is in these columns here, it always remembers the last figures you put in on that. So there's 13, and this time, sorry I was a bit too quick there, if I just right hand click on there and go to edit feature menu, okay, I want the merge box ticked. It tends to tick it by default, so you're fine on that one. So give that a green tick. I say green tick, there is a green tick there. It's a yes or no. So I've got that part there. Now I want to do the same on the underside of this side with that circle. So this time, if I go to sketch, and what I want to do is another circle. So pick on there, and I could find the center again. It's found it for me. I'm going to do it slightly off center just to show you on there. Okay, so that's off center. It's not aligned to anything. I'm just going to pick on the circle, hold the shift key down, press on the outer mark, and again I'm going to make cordial. Cordial means it's all in the same line. And if I click away, it's black. Go to features, go to extrude boss base, and I want to do this 1x20 this time. And again, I want it to merge. So give that a tick. And I really hope this is being recorded on that one. I'm sure it is. It's just I've got a wide screen and I can't see what's going on. So that's the basic model. So to finish it off, I'm going to go to the hole wizard. Now hopefully you've done the hole wizard. So this time hole wizard, okay, and it's actually on ISO. What I want here is a counter bore. So it's actually on counter bore, that's the first one. So I can unclick it or click it to make sure I've got it. I want it as an M5 normal. So I'm just going to then go to position. I want it on that surface, and I want it in that center there. Now what you'll notice is that it's going the right way on there, but sometimes it might be that it's the other way, and that will actually do nothing. So just remember you do have that flip button. So I'll agree to that. Okay, and then the up top side here, I want to have a 28 mil bolt head hole in there. So this time, if I go to sketch, sketch on that top surface, and I would like to put in a polygon, and I'm going to click on the center of that there. Okay, and I'm going to pull out. So I'm going to put it slightly off at the minute, just to show you. So I've got that. Notice it's blue. Now if I click on that there and actually press the make horizontal bar, it goes that way. Okay, so it's horizontal to the UCS there, and I'm going to put a dimension in, still not defined, but the dimension of 28. Okay, and it's now gone black, so I can't do anything with that. If I just press the escape key and I try and pick up on that corner, I can't move it. If it was undefined, if I take that dimension off, okay, it goes blue and I can pick that and size it. So it's very important that everything you do in a sketch is defined. Okay, and I make that 28. And that should shrink down. And this one, I'm going to go to features. And I'm going to go extrude cut. Okay, and that then will go down. Now, I'm going to go down 20 mil, but I'll just show you another way we could do it. Is if I go to blind, if I go offset from surface and do that surface, okay, 20 mil would take it up to there. I'm actually going to put in 9.5, which is the thickness of the part, and you see that drop down. Give that a tick, and if I've done it right, it should be there. So last thing, just to finish this bit of work off, go to fillet. It's got 10 default, 1.5 change. And I'm going to pick on that circle there, that part there. Now fillets are really a law to themselves sometimes, but we'll get to that bridge when we come to it. I'll just do that bottom one there. Now I could go in and put little ones in there, but for now I'll just leave as is, green tick. And there you have a part that you want finished. Now what you might also find on your computers, I've got all this shading down, which does actually slow it down. So if I switch off real view graphics, it actually quickens things up a bit. I can put a little bit of perspective on. I'll put that back on, so it gives you more realization of what's going on. So that is your first exercise. So hopefully I can now stop the video for it and save that out for you. And I'll move on to exercise 2.